Vikings under the leadership of head coach Alex Inman. In goal, number 1, Riley Green. At attack, number 0, Robbie Adams. Also at attack, number 2, Ronan Kilrain. And at attack, number 3, Trevor McClellan. On defense, number 5, Jack Shuford. At midfield, number 9, Ryan Adams. Also at midfield, number 22, Wilson Kemp. On defense, number 29, Jacob Lear. At midfield, number 30, Logan Stupp. And on defense, 31, Quinn McCann.
Okay, welcome to Loudoun Valley High School Live. This is Rod Ogren. I'm alone tonight, so just me for StatStream. We're bringing local streaming to the next level with real-time statistics and graphics. Check out our website at statstream.biz. Got Danny Gaffney on the face-off for the Vikes. I will do my best to keep up with the action here. The clock is manual, so it will not always be accurate. In fact, it's in the right place right now. There we go. And Vikings win the face-off. And quickly a turnover. Well, that didn't help. Raiders will bring it up. Number 10, bringing it across the timeline. That's Calvin Chore. Works it around. 3, Clay Curtis with it. Working back up top. And the Raiders will settle into their offense. 16 brings it through. Sort of a shot. Joseph Groves sort of threw it at the top of the net. Gets an easy save for Riley Green there. So he attempts to clear. Can't quite complete it. Just some errant passes here. Pass a little high, but then it was dropped, and County was offside, so I'll go right back to the Vikings. Oops. There we go. So yes, as the announcer mentioned, this is the first game after spring break, so we're expecting we might see a little bit of rust here tonight, as Ryan Adams works it up top for the Vikings. Swings it back to Logan Stupp, who drops it. No one's nearby, so he just scoops it back up. Logan now working in against the Raiders' defense. Takes a shot, and it's wide. And Vikings will retain possession. As that'll be Trevor McClellan bringing it up. In the back line, centering pass to Wilson Kemp. Couldn't quite handle it, but Robbie Adams out there to scoop it up. Robbie works it back to his little brother Ryan. Over to Logan. Logan working around the left side. Working against Joseph Groves for the Raiders. Joseph marks him all the way around the goal. There's a nice pass to Trevor McClellan with a quick goal. With the assist by Robbie Adams. So Trevor McClellan, who I'm pretty sure is the second leading scorer for the Vikes this season, will put them on top early. As Gaffney will go back to the face-off against Quinn. Find out who that is in a second. Number 5, Billy Quinn. Billy Quinn on the face-off, and Gaffney won that one. A quick pass to Ronan, who gets the shot off but can't connect. Kilrain was right in front of the goal, but he couldn't quite get that one. They couldn't get a good look at it. Basically, there was a defender right on him. Kind of pushed him as he shot. Raiders now working around. Centering pass. Oh, that's dropped. Ball's on the ground. Scooped. Logan Stupp. It comes back the other way. Gets checked hard by the other number 30, Nathan Martin, for the Raiders, but hangs on to the ball. Wilson Kemp now working against Martin. Working around the right side. Comes around behind. Fakes a centering pass. Pick by McClellan. Wilson. There, over to Kilrain. Kilrain resets it back up to number 4, Blaze McCabe. Robbie Adams now working the right side from his favorite spot. Centering pass to Wilson Kemp. He takes a shot off the mark. Trevor McClellan picks it up. Inside feed to Wilson Kemp. His shot is wide, and that stays with the Vikings. Behind the goal now with it is Logan Stupp. He brings it around to our left, his right. Back up to Ronan Kilrain. And Blaze McCabe now up top with the ball. Working against Joseph Groves. Gets it to Robbie Adams. Robbie works his way in. Now behind the goal. Looking for someone to pass to. Everybody knows who the scorer is. They're all sliding to him. There's a shot. Looks like it goes off the pipe. And ball's on the ground. We've got a whistle. Got one ref signaling that it's Vikings ball. Kemp now with it. Yeah, the Raiders are definitely keying on Adams thus far. Understandably, I would do the same thing. Back out to Blaze McCabe. And over to Wilson. Robbery now with it. Biding his time as we get a player swap here. Wilson Kemp comes off and Ryan Adams comes back in. Ryan drops it, but able to pick it back up. And he works into his brother's favorite spot on the right side of the goal. Robbie with a kind of an odd looking pass to the center. Went out of bounds. And that'll go to the Raiders. It's kind of a sideways pass. I don't know who's intended for. It was a little low and nobody was able to scoop it up, so the Raiders will get it. Raiders getting it across the timeline here. They'll go work into the attack zone. It's Sean Flavin, number 24, with the ball. Might be Flavin. Sorry, Sean. And Chase Duncan with the ball now. And back over to Charlie Davis, number 28, up top. 15, Joe Lewis. Uh-oh. Breaks through all the way in. Knowing his way, he's fully in the crease. And see if the shot was saved or if they called a crease violation. Don't know if he got the shot off or not. There's an errant pass. But Kilrain, oh, no, Kilrain doesn't scoop it up. I thought he was going to. And, still on the ground. There, Kilrain got it. And he gets checked and there's a foul called. Timeout, sorry. Not a foul. Timeout. It's a quick little exchange there. So we're at 5:43. As I said, our clock is manual, so it's going to be a little bit off. I'll try to update it when I can. There, now it's correct. And see if we can get you a replay. Actually, we'll run a quick commercial here. Run a quick commercial. We will try to bring you a replay a little bit later on. Not right this second. That's me. Looks like we're having a bit of difficulty with our streaming, so I'm going to try to adjust that on the fly. And there's a goal by Robbie Adams.
Assisted by number 7, Danny Gaffney. Gaffney again on the face-off this time. Raiders come away with the face-off.
And Raiders win that one.
Shot and save by Riley Green, and goal for the Vikings.
Nice easy pass. It's like easy passes. There it is.
That's a save by Riley Green on that shot. Sorry, I'm kind of multitasking here, trying to figure out what's going on in the stream while I'm commentating the game and trying to follow the camera action. So maybe a little silent here as we try to get the stream working. It's for Robbie Adams with an interception. Shoots it up to Ryan Adams. And Ryan with a shot. Trevor McClellan with a... Wow. That was quite the assist. That was bang, bang. Maybe see if I can catch that.
Holy crap, dude. That was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. It's like Sports Center-ish.
That was quite a shot there. See if we can bring that one up on the replay for you real quick. Man, they're going to face off right away. We'll have to try to do that at the quarter. Which... as Gaffney wins the face-off.
Face-off for the Vikings.
As the Raiders scoop that one up. Come back the other way quickly. A 2-on-1 break, but they slow it down. And Vikings defense gets set. There's a shot and a save by Riley.
Save by Green, and goal again for the Vikings.
There's another shot, and that one's wide.
Wide for County this time. Raiders will maintain possession.
That was Ryan Duncan on the shot. Our clock going again here. 3:13. Oh, nice defensive play back there. A little yard sale action going on back there. As 21, that's Logan Beaton, takes it away.
Got balanced by the Raiders. Raiders will take possession.
The Raiders wind up getting possession back, so all for naught. Was a nice defensive play, though. So Raiders working their way in. Vikings in a tight zone. He found a gap in there. That was Stuart Kyle with a shot and Riley with another nice save. As the Viking defense was packed in, but Stewart still found a little gap, a little crease to shoot that in. Trying again. And that was Joe Lewis with another save by Green. This ball's quickly worked up to Robbie Adams. Picks it up. Yeah, so our stream is apparently not working right now. So there's another shot and goal. Wilson Kemp. All right. Nice looking goal there by Wilson. 135. All right, so nice shot there by Wilson Kemp. Makes it 4-0. A little bit surprising here. Everybody was expecting a pretty close game. The Raiders haven't had a lot of common opponents. Stonebridge is the only one that's common. Valley played them early in the season without their Fogo, Danny Gaffney. As the shot goes wide. Sorry, folks, didn't see who shot that one. I think it actually was Gaffney that shot it. Raiders will pick it up. And a long pass up the field's off the mark, but scooped up by the Raiders attack. Number 3, Clay Curtis. Four nothing. Why is this not updating? All right, score's actually 4-0. I'm not quite sure why it's not updating here.
Shot and goal.
And there's a goal for County. That was Ryan Duncan with the goal. First one on the board for County. It's actually 4-1. Figure out which shot I missed here. 1, 2. Missed one of Robbie's, I think. And Gaffney wins another face-off. There, I missed one of Robbie's goals. I believe it was Robbie's anyway. See if I can catch up with that. No, it's actually one of Trevor's.
Shot just off the pipe for the Vikings. Adam's shot saved by goalie Kyle Miller for the Raiders. Ball picked up by the Raiders.
Raiders bringing them back in the offensive zone. Down 4-1 with about 16 seconds left. We get down to the end of the quarter here. And Riley falls on the ball 4 seconds. That should do it for the quarter. And in fact, that will do it. Okay, so that's the end of one. I'm going to see what I can do about this stream situation here, so we can get this fixed, and we'll be right back. Shot accuracy shows 100% for the Raiders. I think they had one that was off the mark. Valley 5 for 12 in shot accuracy, but 4 goals. 6 saves for the Vikes versus just 1 for the Raiders. Turnovers pretty even. Ground ball's not too bad. The Vikings are definitely winning the face-offs, 4-1, and no penalties thus far. As we get back to the action, I'm really not sure what's going on with the stream here. I'm just going to keep talking like I'm streaming and go from there. As Gaffney goes down for the face-off again. So we start our second quarter. Vikes up 4-1. And it's popped out, and there's scooped up by Shuford. The LSM loses it, gets it back, loses it again. It's still on the ground. And who's going to wind up with it? Finally, Danny gets it. So he winds up with his own ground ball after all that. And the Vikes will go in on the attack zone, moving left to right this quarter as they switch direction every quarter. Vikes with a 4-1 lead. They've had some nice shots. The biggest difference definitely has been the goalie thus far. Riley Green with 6 saves and the goalie for County with none. There's a turnover for the Vikes. Raiders bring it back up. Mr. Green Shoes, I think that's Clay Curtis out there, number 3. Works behind the net. I can't see him. Can't see his number. Yes, that's Clay Curtis. He was guarded by Jacob Lear. They work back up top. Working on the right side is Joe Lewis. Working against number 13, Heath Strickland. Oh, gets free. Gets all the way in and saved by Riley again. Wow. He is having a game. That's his 7th save thus far. To only 1 for the Raiders, and it shows on the scoreboard as Vikings lose it again. And now this ball's still on the ground. We got a whistle. And they're going to give it to the Raiders. So it goes another turnover for the Vikes. Raiders trying to work back the other way. A nice check there by Blaze McCabe near midfield. Sends Joe Lewis to his knees, but he maintains his possession and works around the right side. Now Chris Bryant with the ball. Getting marked over there by George Moan. Moan pokes it out, but it stays with the Raiders. And we got a timeout. Okay. I'll stop the clock. And we will see what we can do here on the... See what we can figure out on the stream here. It's definitely not working. Well, we may be watching this one just on the replay. What am I doing?
Still got a few
as the Raiders will start the possession here after the timeout. Okay. Stuart Kyle with the ball in the middle there for Loudoun County. Errant pass. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and it does. So the player tries to save it and knocked it off his own body. So I'll go back to the Vikes.
Ball taken away by the Raiders.
And that shot is off the mark. It was number 6, I believe. Yeah. Raiders working around the left side. Sorry for the lack of commentary here. Trying to troubleshoot while I do all this. There's another shot off the mark.
High for Duncan again. Raiders will maintain possession. Another high shot. Raiders will maintain possession.
There's another shot for the Raiders off the mark. They'll bring it in the back end there. Working around behind the goal, marked by Blaze McCabe. Centering pass. Number 6 with the ball. Oh, quickly working around. Nicely done. But Riley with another great save. Wow, he is having a game tonight. That was an amazing save. 13 with a shot. That was, oops.
How many saves is that?
I'll tell you in a second. That is...
Don't worry about it.
No, it'll pop up. That one's off the post.
That was off
6.
the pipe for Duncan. Ball picked up. Number 9, Ryan Adams.
Ryan Adams picks it up, brings it back up quickly, and that was intercepted.
Ball intercepted by the Raiders.
That's 8 saves for Riley Green thus far on probably only about 11 attempts. I think they've put, 9 shots on goal, saved 8 of them. Not a bad ratio in any sport. As Raiders working around behind the net. That is 20-something. Can't see the number on that player. Ooh, there's a scoop shot. Another save by Green. I cannot see what number that player is. 9 saves already. And then we got a loose ball push on the Vikes. So the Raiders will keep possession. Riley was his 9th save on the evening. Raiders will bring it in with about 6 minutes, about 6.5 left. So I can fix that real quick. That's about right now. As the Raiders working around, centering, another shot, and that one went in. I saw the net move, but I wasn't sure if it went in. It was not much of a reaction from either team. So that'll make it 4-2. I'm not tracking time of possession, but it seems like the Raiders have definitely had it more in the offensive zone this quarter than the Vikings have. And we got a whistle on the face-off. The ball is going to go to the Raiders. So Billy Quinn will get credit for that face-off win. And Raiders working it up top. Trying to set a pick unsuccessfully. An errant pass. What happened to that pass? That was Joe Lewis. Looks like he just lost control of the ball as he tried to flip it over. That was a pretty easy pass. Odd looking play. As the Vikes will walk it up. Riley Green with it. Nobody on him as usual because he's the goalie. Raiders aren't even turning to look at him as he gets all the way to about the 45. He's just going to keep going. Okay, we're going to have a goalie shot on a goalie here in a second. There it is. Riley Green with a shot. Saved. As Riley's trying to get back at Riley with a ground ball. And then an errant pass. And now the Raiders are coming back, and Riley hustles back into the goal. He's trying to help his own cause down there. Push against the Raiders. Wow. Right, the goalie's going to be tired after that one. Okay, well that was a little crazy. You don't see the goalie with a shot very often. It's like a pitcher hitting a home run. Oh, a little high stick there, not called. And that, shot by Jack Fink off the mark as he was getting hit as he shot it, which is perfectly legal. As the Raiders will try to clear it up and get it across the timeline and into the offensive zone, or at least near it. Hard to tell where that blue line is. Oh, there's a push in the back, not called. Oh, there's the flag. Yeah, that was a pretty obvious one. The Raiders will pick it up, and they'll maintain possession, try to keep it in possession. Another save by Riley Green, number 3. So Riley with his 10th save, Penalty will go on number 6. That's Zach Renshaw. With a push in the back. So the Vikes will be man down for about a minute, starting at the 4:25 mark. Get that corrected.
Looks like we got a push with possession against the Vikings.
So Raiders will see what they can do with this. It's the first man up possession of the half. Long shot. Saved by Riley. Eventually, he saved it, and then he sort of had a fall on it. Now the Vikes clear it up. Oh, and trying to do a little bit too much here. They just need to possess it, and it goes out of bounds. You kind of just want to possess that and kill the clock. Where are we at? Sorry, I lost the ball. Okay, there we go. Number 6 for the Raiders has it, working around the right side, back up, and Ryan Duncan with it. Penalty is released, so we'll go back to full strength as the Vikings stave off their first man down situation of the evening. Another save by Riley Green, helping things out. As Wilson Kemp playing defense there. There's a shot off the mark by number 6, Ryan Duncan. Raiders will maintain possession as they were closest to it when it went out of bounds. There's Blaze McCabe playing defense out there. Goes over to Green Shoes. I forget who Green Shoes is now. Number 1, Chase Duncan with the ball for the Raiders. Goes back to Ryan Duncan. I'm assuming they're related. And who's playing D? Logan Beaton there playing defense. I got another flag as there's as the Viking crowd doth protesteth, but it will be a penalty nonetheless. And let's see who comes off. Looks like who's going to the box? 21. Logan Beaton. Only a 30-second one, so Hopefully the Vikes can stave off the Raiders long enough to make up this penalty. Started at 2:49. I'm not starting the clock yet. All right, now the clock is accurate. It started at 2:37, so only gonna have about 15 more seconds for the. Oh, there's a nice pass and a beautiful. Wow, that was nice. A little bit too open on that one. Nice work. Nice work by the Raiders on that one. Found the open man right next to the goalie. Nobody even near him, so he had plenty of time to put on a fake and then drop it right in the goal. Not much Riley can do about that one. So we go to 4-3. Penalties released. Raiders now at their second power play. Power play, sorry. Been watching hockey playoffs. Man up situation. And we'll go back to face off here. Let's see if. Oh, and that one's scooped by the Raiders.
Raiders win the face-off this time.
So Raiders catching up a little bit on face-offs. It's 6-3 in favor of the Vikes at this point. We roll under 2 minutes left. Shuford playing defense out there. Here comes Charlie Davis, number 28, working on the left side against Danny Gaffney, who's still in the game after his face-off. Charlie gets by and shoots it, makes it just in the top corner there. So all of a sudden, the Raiders have tied things up with 1:48 left in our first half. Riley Green's had an amazing game, but you can't stop everything. Vikings are going to need to shore up their defense a little bit. They're going to continue to lead this game. That or get more offense going. Yeah, 4 points in an entire half isn't a lot. Just haven't had much possession in the attack zone. Whoop. And that one goes to the Vikes. The Raiders with a violation. Now let's see if the Vikes can get some offense going here. Ryan Adams over to his brother Robbie on the right side. Robbie comes to the middle. Raiders, there's a shot off the post. Comes all the way back out to midfield where it's picked up eventually.
Ball picked up by number 31 for the Vikings,
Quinn McCann picks it up, trying to clear it up. He gets it to Gaffney. Gaffney loses it and looked like Ryan Adams was going to get it, but then the Raider came in and took it away. So that goes a turnover for the Vikes. Raiders now try to clear it up. 17 with it. That's Nico, Mercarelli, excuse me. And we got a whistle. Timeout. So County takes their second timeout. And we will take a break here. Alright, as we get ready to restart here, 53.7 seconds on the clock. Raiders will have the ball. They've tied it up after being down 4-0. Riley Green's had an amazing night in goal thus far, but Raiders have had some awfully easy shots the last couple times out. Quick shot and a quick goal. All of a sudden, they seem to have found the magic against Riley, as their last 3 or 4 shots have just gone straight in. Now, the first couple wasn't much Riley could do about, but I don't know what's going on. Now it's 4-5. Vikings are behind. Oops, forgot to save that. Let's see if we can get the face-off here and get things going. Gaffney's still doing well in the face-offs. Picks that one up on a fast break opportunity. Switches it over to, oh shoot, errant pass. And the Raiders will pick it up with about 37 seconds left. Vikings just having trouble hanging on to the ball here in the second quarter. And there's a... Oh, it got pushed out of bounds. So the Vikings will get possession. So we go to 28 seconds left. So I can get my clock straightened out here.
Timeout, Vikings.
And the Vikings take a timeout. So there you go, 25 seconds left. Vikings take their second timeout. And I'll give you some quick stats here while we're waiting for this to come back. Oops. Actually, what I'll do is I'll read off our sponsors, and you can look at the stats while I do that.
Are you keeping the same stats? Rob Green wants it at halftime. How many is it? 10?
Riley with 10 saves right now. He was about 9 for 10 for a while there, but Raiders have kind of found the mark lately. So I can find my sponsor blurbs here, and we will give you some information on them. Some of it you've been seeing on your screen, but come on. Alright, well, I'm too slow. Now we're back to the action. Vikings with possession, 25 seconds. See if they see what play Mr. Inman called, Coach Inman, with something up his sleeve here. See if he can get some offense going here this quarter. They really have been stagnant this quarter. There's a quick centering pass off the mark. Fighting for it at midfield, and it's going to go to the Raiders. Raiders getting it, working it in, picked up by Riley Green, and that will do it for the half. So, Vikings, after taking a 4-0 lead, find themselves behind 4-5 at halftime. I'm going to bring up some replays here. I'm just going to let those scroll, and then I'll show you a couple of ads, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes here. Enjoy your halftime. Let's see if I can fix the stream as well. Okay, getting ready to start the second half here. We're trying the stream again. I really don't have a good way to check if it's working or not, so because now I'm streaming off my phone, and that's always a little dicey.
Quinn and Gaffney will face off to start the second half here.
Gaffney's won 8 of the 11 face-offs, so the Vikings are definitely dominating in that category, but they're just not possessing the ball on offense here.
8 of the 11 face-offs in the first half.
It's the PA announcers feeding off my stats. Oh yeah, we work together up here in the booth. I'm solo tonight anyway, so it's a good thing. Hello. There, Gaffney got the face off. Works it up. Where are we at? Gaffney's got it again up top. Over to Ryan. Okay, Vikings set their offense here. Kemp with it. Kemp taking some hard shots from, and then he throws it away over Logan Stupp's head. So the Vikings will give it right back. Raiders pick it up near midfield. Yeah, bad place for a turnover as the defender falls down. Raiders moving right in. There's the open man working over there, and wow. One shot off the pipe and one save, I believe. That was Charlie Davis with a shot that got saved. Raiders will maintain possession, but the Vikes again were looking a little sloppy on defense there. The Raiders had 2 good shots. First one just missed, and the second one was saved. Raiders working in again. Up top, that's Ryan Duncan with it. As Raiders reset. Stuart Kyle now taking it up top. And where do we have it? Stewart's kind of letting things settle in. He's out at the 40. Now he starts to work it in. See what play the Raiders have. The Vikings double team him. Works to the middle. Shot is wide. Raiders maintain possession. It looks like Ryan Duncan with it back there. A little hard to see the number from here. Yeah, it's Ryan Duncan. Quick spin move. In and off, another shot off the post. They're definitely not afraid to shoot this quarter, that's for sure. Vikings pick that one up. Quinn McCann with a ground ball out there. And Vikes will try to bring it across. Past Blaze McCabe. Blaze brings it in. As can't see who that is over there. Kilrain with it. Pass back up to McClellan. Little low. I'm sorry, that's Logan Stupp. Little low, but Logan picked it up. Ryan Adams now with it. Looking for his brother. There he is. There's the shot and goal. Adams to Adams. The assist for Ryan to his brother. Whoops. Robbie with his, I believe that's his second goal of the night. Yeah, he has 2. Trevor has 2. A nice assist by Robbie there. And a beautiful shot by, nice assist by Ryan. A beautiful shot by Robbie. And the Vikes tie it up. 9:36 left. As Gaffney on the face-off. And no one's got it yet. Still scrambling for it. And Gaffney comes up with it. Pass to Schufer. Schufer was backpedaling, he almost fell. He got it over to Adams, Robbie Adams, who took a shot. And we got a whistle. See what they call here. The Vikings maintain possession. Robbie with a shot, save.
High County, Kyle Miller.
I believe that's the third save by Miller. It should say down there. It pops up. Second save by the Raiders, 12 for the Vikes. The Vikes are in command as far as saves and faceoffs go. They just are not able to generate a lot of offense. The second quarter they couldn't score at all. It was good to get one in the third there. The Raiders working around up top. Coming into the zone against Ryan Adams. Working in. Shot is off the mark. That was number 28, Charlie Davis. Raiders maintain possession back there. It'll be Ryan Duncan bringing it in from the back line. We approach 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Oh, quick centering pass, and thankfully couldn't quite Clay Curtis couldn't quite get a handle on it because he was standing all alone in front of the goalie. I think one of the defenders managed to poke it away, and the shot just went out of bounds. So Vikings will take possession, try to work it back up. Riley brings it across himself, looking for somebody to pass to, and then he flings it away. It's a problem with those goalie sticks. It's hard to pass with them. That'll at least give Riley time to get back in his goal. It's tough to play a goalie, tough to pass with a goalie stick in traffic. I'm always impressed I can do it anyway. As the Raiders working it across the timeline, across midfield. Ball's loose. Still loose. Nice knockdown there by Blaze McCabe, but the Raiders pick it up. And now we got a whistle. I think it's going to be a timeout for the Raiders. I'm not sure what's going on.
No timeout. No timeout. Let's go.
Oh,
Timeout. Let's go.
offsides against the Raiders. There's 7:16 left. The referees are trying to straighten things out here. As players are walking off the field, a lot of them thought it was a timeout.
The concession stand's still open for just a few more minutes.
And what are we going to have?
And it's Viking ball.
Okay, Vikings will have the ball.
All right.
After all that, there was no timeout. Vikings take the ball out on the, where are they? Oh, Robbie's got it here. Robbie's got it down here on the 40-yard line. And a quick interception. The Raiders working a fast break. An errant pass off the mark and scooped up by Wilson Kemp. He gets it up to, looks like Robbie out there. Quick push in the back, not called. And Ryan Adams now working it up top. He's looking to shoot, but he was a ways out. There's a center. There's past his brother Robbie, and Robbie's shot is actually blocked. That one got saved. No, that was a save. As the Raiders quickly work it back up, and a pass to a wide open Raider. That was Curtis. Clay Curtis, as the defense just lost him back there. They worked it up, and he was open in front of everybody. No defender between him and Riley Green, the goalie. It just doesn't get much easier than that. So back to 6-5 now, as Gaffney again will work his magic at the face-off. As the ball's live. as the players wait for the ball to come out of the clamp. There, round and round we go, and Gaffney squirts it out, picks it up himself, and wins yet another face-off. Gaffney now with 11 face-off wins to the Raiders 3. Clearly dominating in that category, but the Vikes just unable to capitalize at the offensive end. They've had 1 goal in the last 18 minutes. Probably longer, but they didn't score in the entire second quarter. There's a shot and save. Who shot that? I think that was Trevor McClellan that shot it. We'll give him credit. It's a little bit hard to tell. There's a shot off the pipe. And the Raiders get the long rebound. Here, Charlie Davis just kind of let it roll back to him. Did you guys see who shot for Valley? It was Robbie? Okay. There's a shot and saved by Riley. It pops out of his stick. Now he's trying to come out and winds up losing the ball, but that was a little dangerous as the ball popped away. And Riley was about 15, 20 yards out of the goal, and the ball was on the ground. So the Raiders will go back to work here. That was Robbie Adams on the last shot, so I'll have to take that one back. Raiders working in. Davis works around the backside. Centering pass. There's a shot wide. And the Raiders will maintain possession. Oh, shot in a goal. All right, I missed something. Oh, I guess he caught it. Okay. Yeah, I missed that completely. I think what happens. Yeah, it looked like he caught the shot that we thought was going out and dropped it right back in the net. So, maybe we'll have that on replay. So the Raiders go up 7-5 now with 4:26 left in our third quarter. Vikings in desperate need of getting something going here. There's your score, 7-5, as Gaffney works the clamp again. And ball comes out, and the Raiders went up with that one. It's kind of adding insult to injury. Vikes didn't get much offense going, and they lost the face-off. So 4 minutes left in our third quarter. Vikes, oh, there's a yard sale. Nice play by Quinn McCann, taking it away. Vikings work it up and lose it out of bounds. No, it's going to stay with the Vikings. Okay. As Robbie will bring it up from the backside. Quickly around, shot, and goal! That's Trevor McClellan. Excuse me, folks. Okay. Assist by Robbie Adams. Goal by Trevor. We'll get it straight here. It'll show up on the replay, I'm sure. So the Vikes come back to within 1. 6-7 now. The 3:46 remaining. Maybe losing the face-off was the key. We lost the previous face-off and got the goal. Won that one. There's a breakaway by Gaffney. Looking for something as a bit of a man up. There's a shot and another goal. Robbie again, as the Vikes could not get back into position to double team him like they've been doing. So Gaffney with his, I believe, his second assist of the night to go with his 12 face-off wins. Chew up. Yeah, 2 assists for Gaffney. And now we are tied up. This is quite a game, folks. It would be an even better game if you could actually see it live, but you'll have to watch the replay. And I'll have to figure out what happened to my service because it is not working at the other end. As Gaffney, yes. Nobody's got it yet. Mad scramble, and County winds up with it. And Vikings pushing on the double teaming the ball. Ball is down, and Jack Shuford winds up with it. Quickly working around. Oh, yes, beautiful. Wow, that was a nice play. All right, so we had a ground ball by Quinn, and then a assist by Kilrain, and a goal by McClellan for his 4th. Puts the Vikes back in the lead for the first time since late in the second quarter. 8-7 with just over 3 minutes left. Vikings coming alive here in the third quarter. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that from the PA announcer, but this is literally the first close game of the year for the Vikings. I think everything's been at least 6 goals. Oh, Gaffney thought he had that one. And the Vikes, well, they almost wound up with it, and they threw it away. And they actually won the face-off, and then threw it away. So the Raiders will work on offense. I'll actually give that face-off to Gaffney since the Vikes definitely had control and just threw it right back. Raiders now not in a great hurry. About 2.5 left. Charlie Davis up top. Swings it around to the right side. Passes off the mark. Scooped up by Gaffney. Gaffney trying to bring it up on his own. 1-on-5. He does get it across the timeline. Looking for somebody to pass to, I hope. And I don't know what happened there. They called something. Oh, they called timeout. The Vikings called a timeout. That was a good one. I'm not quite sure why. So we just got a bit of trivia there. I can't put the trivia question up, or I would. But in the last 5 years, every time these two have played, it's been raining. So we finally get a fair weather game, and it is a doozy. With 2:03 left in the third, the Vikings hanging on to an 8-7 lead. It's been a pretty clean game. We've only had about 1.5 minutes of penalty time thus far. There have been a lot of those penalties the refs didn't call. You know how those work. All right, so let me read through our sponsors quickly. First Team Sports, changing the way you do fundraising. www.firstteamsports.com. That's with a 1, not an F. Velocity Wings at velocitywings.net. Come into one of our 6 family-friendly Virginia locations for award-winning gourmet wings, great food, and live sports. Valley Energy. ValleyEnergy.org is the smart choice for all your propane, diesel fuel, and heating oil needs. With neighborly professional service, flexible payment options, and competitive pricing. MannixHVAC.com. If a problem occurs with your heating or cooling system, don't panic, call Mannix. We'll be there when you need us. And we're getting things started here, so I'll take the ad off the screen. Vikings working around the right side. Bit of non-PG language in the booth. Don't think you picked that one up, though. Vikings maintain possession for now with a really loopy pass to Ryan Adams. Goes over his head and out of bounds. Another unforced turnover by the Vikes. Thankfully, I don't really track those. I just do turnovers. Would not be a pretty stat in this game. Oh, a beautiful pass inside, and the shot goes in. That was a little too easy. Assist by Chase Duncan. Shot and goal by Clay Curtis. And we are tied back up with a minute and a half left in the third quarter. As another easy goal for the Raiders. Had a few too many of those tonight for the Vikings' liking. It's tied up 8-8. Back to the face-off. This quarter there have been 7 goals scored, so definitely lighten up the scoreboard a little more in this one. As they're circling around in the clamp. Everybody looking for an opening. The Raiders pokes his stick in there. And it pops out. Sweeping it around. And still nobody has possession. Looked like the Raiders had it for a minute, but they lost it. And the Raiders finally come away with it. As they work in the offensive zone. And a shot and save. Sorry, I didn't get the number on who shot. And the Vikings lose it right. Nope, they didn't lose it. Almost lost it. Where are we? All right. And now they've lost it. The Raiders go back to work in the offensive zone. Odd pass, but he connects with his receiver. Shot off the post. What was that shot? One. And the Vikings lose it out of bounds again. Oh, my goodness. Just cannot hang on to the ball here tonight. 23 seconds left. .22 seconds left in our third quarter. Vikes are very much turnover happy this evening. The Raiders will start it back at about the 10-yard line on the far side of the field. Add 2 seconds on. Because, it is the third quarter, so we got to make sure we get those 2 seconds back. Are they going to be happy with 25? Or are they going to make us take it to 24? Okay. And the refs get reset. Looks like we're ready to go. With officially 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Raiders running it across midfield. Clock is actually accurate in your lower right corner. Davis with it, working in the middle, breaks through, shoots, saved by Riley Green. He's going to hang on to it as the Vikes, this quarter's about to run out. And Riley will just chuck it down there, and that will do it for the third quarter. So, very exciting third quarter there. Yeah, I agree. The PA announcer's commenting on the pass back to the goalie with 4 seconds left. I'm going to make sure he's ready for that one. If he wasn't paying attention, that would have been an own goal. So, be that as it may, we're going to show you some stats here and show you a couple sponsor blurbs, and we'll be right back. Okay, coming back for the fourth quarter. Can't ask for a better match than this. Valley breaking out to a 4-0 lead in the first quarter. County came all the way back and took the lead 5-4 at halftime. And here we are starting the fourth quarter, and we're all knotted up at 8 as Gaffney again wins the faceoff. He's been dominant in that aspect of the game. There's a shot and a goal for Gaffney. Beautiful shot by Danny, completely unassisted. And he gives the Vikes the lead. So Gaffney with 14 face-off wins, 2 assists, and now a goal. Great night for young Dan. Between Gaffney and Riley Green with 16 saves there, very much keeping the Vikings in this thing. And ball comes out, waiting for somebody to pick it up. Still nobody's got it, and now, Gaffney got it, but we got a whistle. And they're going to give it to the Raiders. Not sure what that violation was. It was awfully late. Usually you see those at the beginning right away and not 30 seconds after they start it. Anyway, Raiders get the faceoff win, and they'll go to work on the left side of the field. Working around behind the goal. Centering pass. Oh, just off the mark. Good thing is he was wide open. That's Duncan with it as he rolls in and scores. So Chase Duncan, almost the recipient of a beautiful pass, but it got away from him. He went over, scooped it up, and just raced around the defender. No one slid over and slammed it in the goal. Tied up 9-9. 11:17 left. We'll get that updated. As Gaffney will go back to work, as these two go back and forth. Excuse me. We'll get back onto the center there. And another violation. This is going to go to Raiders again. That was at least a more normal. Pretty quickly after the whistle violations, we roll under about 11 minutes left. 9-9 in this hard-fought battle between these two longtime rivals. As we said earlier, we had the trivia of this is the first time in 5 years there hasn't been a thunderstorm during this game. There's a shot off the mark. Didn't see who shot that one for the Raiders. They'll come back to work. It's Duncan with it back there. Chase Duncan, number 1. The Raiders taking their time back up top. Reset the offense. Joe Lewis waiting out at the 44 for his players to get in their positions. Now he starts the attack. Gaffney working on him. Centering pass off the mark. They're going to call that. Yeah, sure looked like a pass, but didn't matter. The Vikes were closer to it anyway, but I'll mark that as a turnover for the Raiders. As substitutions come on, and the ball passed to McCabe, and McCabe couldn't hang on to it. And now the Vikings will try to take it back. This ball's on the ground, and waiting for somebody to pick it up. Vikings have it for the time being, and couldn't see who that was that got the pickup. That was, show me your number. I think we got a timeout. Number, failure to advance, okay. That was Logan Stupp with the ground ball, but then the Raiders the Vikings turn it right back over on the failure to advance. Where are we at here? All right, all the way back at the Raiders' end. 9:55 left. And I don't know what's going on now. Clock's still running. Oh, all right. Sorry. The referee's doing something over here. I'm watching him. Meanwhile, the clock's running. The Raiders have the ball. Sorry about that. 15 with it. Bounces it towards the goal off the mark. I'm not sure what was going on there, but I was looking at the wrong guy, clearly. So 9.5 left now. Raiders set up their offense. 9-9. Tight match for these two. As they're trying to, both kind of sitting. Now there's a shot and a save. What do we got? Goal. They don't react very strongly, so it's hard to tell sometimes if it was a goal or not. That was Ryan Duncan. Number 6, Ryan Duncan with the goal. So Raiders take the lead 10-9. 9:12 left. 9:11 left. As Vikings change up their middies a little bit here. Oh, no. Yeah, they had 2 poles in there at mid, and now they're going back to that strategy. Not as conducive to picking up ground balls. But and that one's won cleanly by the Raiders. Raiders set their offense, bring in some subs, get the Fogo off the field. We roll under 9 minutes. Joe Lewis with the ball, setting up the offense for the Raiders. Patiently waiting. As Mr. Green Shoes, you'd think I'd remember his name after a while. Clay Curtis is Mr. Green Shoes, working around against John Lohr. There's an errant pass. It's going to stay in bounds, though. Raiders leisurely picking it up as Shuford came over to put a little bit of pressure on him. Not sure what that was. It was a shot. Okay. Raiders resetting. Looking to take a 2-goal lead here if they can score. Up, that ball's on the ground, and they got a penalty. Looked a little ticky-tack from here, but I'm not down there. Took him a while to get the ball out of his the flag out of his pocket. That's going to be on George Moan. So the Raiders will work with man up for the next 60 seconds. 30-second penalty. Excuse me. So with 7:57 starting, see if the Vikes can hold here. His backside's wide open. That's what happened last time. They found the backside guy wide open. And see if they do it again. Yep, he's just not looking. Working around the right. And here's the backs. Working behind the goal now. As it come up on him. Centering pass off the mark. That should be a pass. That was a pass. So that's going to go back to the Vikings. And with that, they should be back at full strength. So successfully avoided a goal in the man down situation. Now they'll try to bring it across the timeline. It's Riley. Rolls it across, coming all the way across midfield now. Bringing it all the way down the offensive zone. Looking for somebody to pass to. Takes a shot and goal! Riley Green, the goalie, with oh my goodness. You don't see that every day. Riley Green, the man of the night. I'll tell you what, if they win this game, they got to give him the game ball or whatever prize you get for that. That was crazy. Riley Green ties up the game. So 1 goal, 16 saves. They're calling for him to face off soon. We're doing well at that. I guess he decided he'd seen enough of the turnovers. It just bring it all the way up. Wow. That was crazy. And there we go. Gaffney wins the face-off. Vikes into the offensive zone quickly. Adams with it. Turns. Oh, the shot gets blocked. Oh, look at that. A behind-the-back shot. Was that Gaffney that shot it? Wow. Gaffney scoops it up, puts it behind the back for his 2nd goal of the night. Oh, my goodness. He doesn't want to give up the player of the game that easily. Gaffney and Riley Green are fighting for the player of the game tonight. As Gaffney gives the Vikes the lead again, 11-10 with just under 7 minutes left. Whoops, wrong way. And ball's down. He's going to wind up with it. And Raiders wind up with it. They'll bring it up. Looking for the tying goal here with 6.5 left. Pass to the right. And working to the middle. There's a shot off the mark. Raiders stay with it. That was Clay Curtis on the shot. Raiders working it from the back end. McCann on him. They bring it out to the right side. Now they reset their offense up top. It's 24 with it over to 14. Sorry, another player's there. It's Chris Bryant with it, number 14. He works it around up top. And they work on the right side. Shot and goal. Wow. That was a nice looking shot there by Ryan Duncan. So how many goals is that for Ryan? Ryan's 4th goal on 10 shots tonight. See if we can get some stats on the Raiders players here. There you go. Ryan Duncan with 4 goals. Clay Curtis with 3. 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, there was one that I didn't see who got the goal. You see on the other side, Trevor McClellan with 4, Robbie with 3, and Danny Gaffney surprising everyone with 2 goals. We're at 6:07 left. Riley Green surprising the entire world with 1 goal from the goalie. As faceoff was won by the Vikes. 11 all, 6 minutes left. Logan Stupp with it. Gets by his man briefly. Tries to shoot, and it's saved. And the pass is intercepted. It's back to Adams quickly. Robbie, that is. He decides to back it out. He looked for an attack briefly, but thought better of it. Now he works at X behind the goal. Brings it in, beats his man, and goal! Robbie Adams. Wow. Wow. Crazy game. Now we're back to 12-11. I don't track lead changes, sorry. I'm not ESPN, but there have been plenty. 5:27 left. What a matchup tonight. As Gaffney will go back to work against Quinn on the face-off. Gaffney's been fairly dominant on the face-offs this evening. I've only seen him lose 1 or 2 cleanly. He lost 2. He's losing a few when the ball squirts out and County winds up picking it up. Like this one. Who's going to get it? And it's going to be County again. Seems to be their go-to play. Just scored it out, and then they're winning most of the face-offs. And now we got a timeout by the Raiders, just as well, so I forgot to start my clock. So 5:12 left. Raiders take a timeout. So I believe they only have, looks like both teams have 2 left by my reckoning, which may not be accurate, but that's all we have to go with at this point. 5:12 left. If it was more than just me, I would show you a replay, especially of like the Trevor McClelland behind the back shot, but you're going to have to save that for the highlight reel, which I will put out tonight and probably about an hour after the game's over. This should be online, which is good because the stream has not been working. Apologies for that. I have to talk to my service provider and find out what's going on, because has not been happiness for those trying to watch. It's been a good game, though. It'll be a fun game to watch in the replay, especially if Valley wins. All right. Raiders with the ball. Working left to right, right to left, excuse me. And there's, flags fly as he is taken down. That was 14 on the res. Chris Bryant running in, and he got taken down by Logan Beaton. So that's going to be another 30-second one. And the Vikes will be man down again. 5:05 left. See if the Vikes can kill another penalty here. And that's, I believe, the 4th penalty on the Vikings to none against the Raiders. So Vikings have never been in man up. There's, again, only a 30-second one, so Vikes will see if they can kill this off like they did the last one. Raiders have that setup where they got a guy open on the back side. They found him the first time they had a 30-second one. They have not found him since. There's a shot off the post. Goes out of bounds. So it stays with the Raiders since they were closest. And penalties released, so we're back to even strength, and the Vikes have killed another penalty. So we'll see if they can stay clean the rest of the game. It's been a pretty clean game overall. 4 minutes left. No one's had more than a 1-goal lead since about halfway through the second period. The Vikes started off up 4-0. It's 5-4 by halftime, and has never been more than one since, I do not believe. Maybe the Raiders might have had a 2-goal lead at one point. That should not be a penalty. That was a slip. Oh, they're calling a penalty. That was pretty clearly a slip. But the backside ref called the penalty. That was pretty cheap. You hate to see that, but there's only so much you can see out there as a referee. So that's against John Lohr, apparently the closest player to the slipping Raider. And another 30-second one here. And Raiders will go to work yet again. Looking for an opening against the packed-in Vikings defense. There's a shot and a save. Should be about 17 saves for Riley. As the Vikes work it back up. Over to Kemp. 17 saves for Riley Green thus far, as you can see on the bottom of your screen. Penalty should be over here. And back to even strength. So the Vikes with a 1-goal lead and the ball. Let's see if they can make something happen here and extend it out to 2. As Robbie Adams on the bench with 3 minutes left. I guess they're saving him for the last push. Wilson Kemp working around the backside, tries to center, but the pass is intercepted by the goalie. The Raiders will come back the other way. And they'll work around the right side, centering pass, and goal! Loud, nope, no goal. What do we got here?
Is the goal good?
I think the goal is good. I'm not sure what they're discussing.
Somebody heard.
Okay. Who was that goal by? Did you see? That was number 1, wasn't it? It's Chase Duncan on the goal. To even it up at 12. Looks like we got a player down. Oh, way back here the player's down. I can't even tell if that's a Viking or a Raider. As Andy Gordon, the Viking trainer, comes over. It's one of the Raiders. Can't see what number from here. But needless to say, we got a barn burner here. 12-12, 2:40 left. There will be overtime if we get to that point. I'll regale you with some stats here while we're watching, while we're waiting. You see the goal totals. Robbie, there's 3 players with 4 goals as the Raider player comes off, limping off the field. He's definitely hurt his right leg. Can't see what number. Yeah, not quite sure why the Raiders coaches just walked away from their hurt player, but the Valley trainer is bringing him over to the sideline. He's now seems to be putting a little bit of weight in his leg at least. Maybe it's just an ankle. It's number 13. That's Stuart Kyle. Stuart Kyle is the injured player for the Raiders. And the goal was scored by the Raiders, so with 2:40 left, Danny Gaffney will go back to work on the face-off. At 12-12. And Gaffney, thought he won the face-off. There he goes. There he won the face-off. And Stupp picks it up, and what do we got? Oh, another Raiders down here. That's their Fogo, I believe. Yeah, he looks like he's in quite a bit of pain. So we're down to 2:30 left. Looks like another ankle issue. He's going to be able to limp off. Maybe. As Andy comes out. Andy comes out to help him off. That's Billy Quinn, who's been their Fogo tonight. And looks like I'm guessing he'll be out for the remainder of the game. The way this one's going, there'll probably be 4 more goals scored. So the Vikings are going to have the ball in the offensive half as we get started. 2.5 remaining. They'll go to work. Ryan Adams with it. Looking for his offensive setup. Center, tries a tough pass to his brother. Offline. And that's going to go back to the Raiders. 25 turnovers for the Vikings tonight. That is a killer. Not that the Raiders are doing that well. They have 18, but it's still a lot. The Raiders are now set up. Looks like they're trying to figure out who's going where. Chris Bryant had it. And they're going to let Ryan Duncan kind of set the offense here. Looking to make his move. Gets by the first defender. Comes into the second. Shoots off the mark. Raiders will keep it. Try to keep my clock as accurate as possible. A minute and a half left. It's the Raiders setting their offense. Working around to the right side now. There's a shot off the mark again. Couldn't see who shot that one. And the Raiders will start up again. Going up the left side now. Bring it up top. Set the offense again. As we get ready to go under a minute remaining. Raiders are definitely looking for some set plays here. Working around the right side and now back to X behind the goal. There's a pass to Curtis. Rotating back up again, and they'll reset up top. About 45 seconds left, and we got a timeout for County. They will have one left, by my reckoning, with 45 seconds left almost. 44.6 to be exact. I will take this opportunity to read off a couple more of our sponsors this evening. Coach's Corner Grill, coachescornerpville.com, locally owned, family-friendly, and live local sports. If you're not at the game, you better be at Coach's Corner. First team, so we talked to them, Velocity Wings. Come into one of our 6 family-friendly Virginia locations for award-winning gourmet wings, great food, and live sports. I forgot to mention our 2 newest sponsors, Lydia Clark. You've seen a couple of her ads coming across your screen. And Purcellville Pub, coming soon to what used to be Coney Island Diner here in Purcellville. They're slated to open in June. They're the same owners as the Ashburn Pub. As we get ready to get back to the action here, County will have possession. 45 seconds remaining in regulation. Knotted up at 12. As we said earlier, the Vikings have not been in a close game all year. I think their closest game has been about 6 goals, so this is definitely new territory for them. But they've done a nice job persevering. It's the Raiders working around on the left side. Now around back as gets past his man, but no opening there to attack. Cross-field pass as Raiders will work to the middle. Working around, back up to the right side, and that pass is off the mark, but it's run down, so the Raiders maintain possession. Work on the right side now, trying to cut through, trips over one of the players. A flag is down, and there's much frustration in the booth, and I don't blame him, as that did not look like a good call at all. And there's no time on the clock, so I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do here. Once a flag was thrown, the clock says 0.0. I believe that means County will start the overtime man up, and it's so we're going to have a 2-minute intermission, and then we're going to run a 4-minute period, according to our rules experts up here in the booth with me. And we do not think it's sudden death. We believe that it's you play 4 minutes and whoever's ahead after 4, then you carry on. So we're going to see and the Raiders should start man up. Don't know if it's a 30-second or a 1 minute. But at any rate, let me get you to the second quarter here. And we're going to see what kind of call we get.
6-0.
And there's been, well, that's not right. Oh, my thing's only showing 2 penalties. Clearly, that's incorrect. There's been about, I think it's been 6. I think that's the 6th penalty on the Vikings, and none against the Raiders.
Let's call it even.
What happened to my scoring here? Oh. Yep. Well, something didn't work because it's showing 8-8. That's all right. We'll correct that. I think it just doesn't know what to do with overtime. I'm just going to add some goals back on here to get it right.
Somebody's in the box, and they must have waved off the penalty. Nah, Jones. Lorson's standing. So you think we'll start on D? Hurry up, I got a meeting.
Okay. I really don't know what the stats are going to show since when I went to overtime, it set it back to 8 goals each, which clearly was not right. So I got the score right now. At 12 all. Referees are trying to decide which way they're going, who gets the ball. I don't know how long the penalty is for either.
Way to give him the game, ref.
So the Vikes will be man down for, do we know if it's 30 seconds or a minute? We don't know how long the penalty is yet. Okay, 30-second penalty. So Vikes will try to kill this. No face-off since there was a penalty. Raiders will have possession. Here we go.
We know if it's sudden death or no, it's not, right?
We do not believe it's sudden death.
It is sudden death, yeah.
It is sudden death. Oh, okay. Now we get the word that it is sudden death. Guess we'll find out here shortly. I kind of think it's sudden death as well. Been a long time since I've seen an overtime lacrosse game, though. And there's a shot off the post. And Vikings scoop it up. And what's the call now? Oh, he called timeout. So 3:38. There's only 8 seconds left in the penalty. The Vikings will have the ball, so presumably they'll kill the 8 seconds. See if they can get a shot off here.
You're not going to throw it away in 8 seconds. Yeah, but it was like, there was nobody. Yeah, there really wasn't much. But it was 2-on-1. Do you have extras? Yeah, I got to have everything.
Crazy game here this evening. 12-12.
Holy crap.
3:38 remaining. I believe each team, well, I'm showing 1 timeout left, but I'm suspecting they get another one with the overtime. Again, I haven't done very many overtime lacrosse games, so I'm not entirely certain. But I'm guessing certainly each team has 1 left, possibly 2. As the Valley Girls team's returning, cheering on their brethren.
Valley Girls came in the house.
They would have been playing county too, but I have no idea how that one turned out. Ask them. All right, Vikes will start with the ball. Gaffney's got it. Kills the penalty. Back to even strength. And Vikings turn it over. All right, so the Raiders will try to bring it up, try to clear it. 3:15 left. Oh, there's a steal. Wide open. Yes! Trevor McClellan with the goal! Goal! And clearly, it is sudden death. As the Vikings, the massive celebration down there at the right end of the field. Wow! That was crazy. The Raiders looked like they had an easy clear. And the pass, I think he thought he was going to throw it higher. Just flipped. Trevor McClellan just picked it up. Here, we'll show you the replay of this thing.
Holy shit.
Wow, what a crazy game that was. Let me show you this replay before we sign off here. If you guys in the booth want to see the replay, it's coming at you. You gonna see the replay?
What?
Here's the replay. So, wrong one. So yeah, look at this. Here he comes. The deep ball flips it back to the goalie. Goalie's I'm just gonna flip it over here. And look, Trevor went, oh thanks, that was short. I'll pick it up. Bam. Wow, that was crazy. The goalie just made a bad pass. Yeah, he just made a bad pass. Yeah. It was a terrible pass. McClellan's like, thank you. I'll take this. Okay, so that was quite the game. Very sorry the stream didn't work, but this is Rod Ogren for StatStream. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage of tonight's game. The replay and highlights will be up on statstream.biz within the next hour or two. Click on the on-demand button. For Rod Ogren and StatStream, thank you for watching, at least watching the replay, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night.